Vinny Lospinuso back with a brand new video for everyone. I hope you're all having a really good weekend so far. My parents just celebrated their 27th wedding anniversary a couple days ago on Thursday, and we might be doing something tonight. But outside of that, I am here because I want to talk about Hall of Fame stuff. As everyone knows, Hall of Fames are my bread and butter. I am all about Halls of Fames, but not just contemporary, way, way, way back when. Like 1800s, early 1900s, that's what I really love to do. And there's a name out of the 12 senior finalists this year that I think is the most likely to make it. But there is still no guarantee. And I still think every one of those finalists should be in. I think Joe Klecko should be inducted. I think Cecil Isbell should be inducted. Chuck Howley, Eddie Metter, Randy Gradishar, Ken Anderson, and many others. But there is one that is most likely to make it. Some really, really support him. Some are not as big on him. But to me, I think he absolutely is deserving. And for that, I'm talking about the Bengals legend himself, Ken Riley. Now, who was Ken Riley exactly? Well, Ken Riley was a man that grew up in the 50s and 60s in Florida, back when it was racially segregated. And he dealt with the South, the Jim Crow South, for many years, and went to an HBCU, and he was played quarterback his whole entire time in college. But when he gets drafted into the NFL, I recall, I think he was like a late round pick, if I'm not mistaken. He was told, "Hey, listen, we need you to play corner because there was a lot of bias against black quarterbacks for many, many, many years." And so he said, "Okay, I'll play corner." Now, what did he do? Well, he had an amazing 15-year career where he been a part of 3 All-Pro teams, and he was paired with another legendary corner who I also think should be in the Hall of Fame in Lamar Parrish. And he was able to dominate at his position just as good in the beginning as he was at the end, and collected the 4th most amount of interceptions out of anyone, 65. The only one that's ever able to overtake that has been Rod Woodson. So he's in pretty elite company right there. But unfortunately, a big reason why he never got traction for a long time was because he was not a very popular player. His teammate Lamar Parrish got a lot of the attention, and he was someone who was a bit more of a quiet guy and just wasn't really a big media guy. But the fans really liked him, and he was someone that had an amazing story, and he's someone that played like a Hall of Famer from beginning to end. Some people may say he does, he didn't. Some say he was just really good. If you're listening to this, you probably know who you are, and that's okay. We are all allowed to agree to disagree. But, you know, he was a true pioneer, and he never played corner until the pros, and he played like a Hall of Famer. If you don't think I am someone that's worthy of trusting, look at James Lofton, look at Mel Blunt, look at John Stallworth, look at Larry Little, look at numerous other Hall of Famers that have advocated for Ken Riley and view him as a Hall of Famer. Anthony Munoz, his teammate, absolutely does, but not just him. Other people that played against him or his contemporaries also saw him as a Hall of Fame worthy player. I mean, John Stallworth said that he learned a lot from Ken Riley. Chris Collinsworth, who I also think should be in the Hall of Fame as a contributor, said that he learned more from Riley than any other person he's ever met in the NFL. I mean, come on. You're talking about one of the most influential contributors in the NFL the last 40 years. And he's saying that Ken Riley was the one that really taught him to be what he was. Like, you're dealing with someone who truly was a real game changer, as someone who was able to prevent others from getting the football and was able to intercept it 65 times. 65. That doesn't mean that Paris was so good he was able to. They were very, very different corners. That doesn't mean that one was a Hall of Famer and one wasn't. I think both are. And that doesn't mean that Bengals fans are wrong for choosing Riley instead of Parrish. they'll go with Parrish afterwards. But I think a big reason why Riley is able to get the way he was, where he is because of, well, he just recently died, and it was during the George Floyd protests, so that also brought a lot of attention to his name. He was very, very close in 2021. In fact, he was just behind Drew Pearson in line to be the finalist that year. And as for 2022, he was still someone that was very, very considered. Granted, Klecko was able to outdo him there, but now here it is, 2023. They expanded the number of inductees from 8 to 9, 3 of them being seniors. And for the first time, not only do we have one, we have two seniors from the Bengals. We have Ken Riley, and we also have his teammate, Ken Anderson. Ken Anderson is someone that people view as the best quarterback not currently in the Hall of Fame. I would say that he's at least one of the top three, along with Peggy Parrott and Cecil Isbell, who's also a finalist. Though I think because of the bias against quarterbacks that have not won Super Bowls, it's a big reason why I think eventually it'll be a little bit difficult for Matt Ryan, as much as I love him. I think, when it comes to Riley, listen, he has the momentum. He has people advocating for him from all sides of the aisle. It seems like this is his time. Now, I know there's some that are maybe against his time. Some could view the Bengals fans as pushing for the wrong corner. Some could view them as like not pushing for the best player available. I could see that, but there were also different players as well. And yeah, they have may pushed very hard for Riley, but you kind of can't back out of it now. And they've done better than anyone could ever imagine. People could say that, Jen has done an amazing job with making Clay get to near front of the line, becoming a finalist for his amazing career. And I think he should absolutely be a Hall of Famer as well. Probably not before like a Randy Gradishar or Chuck Howley, but he should at least be strongly considered. But I've been someone who's mentioned how well, Raiders fans have done an amazing job by getting Tom Flores in the Hall of Fame. And I think the push for that was unprecedented. I thought it was amazing. But I think Bengals fans could do something even more special here by being the main reasons why Ken Riley would make the Hall of Fame. Could that be an aberration in the process? Maybe. Could it show a real push in the process? Maybe. But I would also say, like it or not, Riley has a lot of people advocating for him. Players, coaches, they all say he's deserving. I mean, I'm going to trust their word in it over like a journalist or a fan that says so, especially as they are the ones that that have the best knowledge on him. And, as for him taking it over Anderson, I think Anderson would be very, very happy if Riley made it. And I think he knows that Bengals fans, as soon as one of the Kens make it, he'll be next. And afterwards, it'll be like an Isaac Curtis or Lamar Parrish and other guys like Bob Trumpy, Chris Collinsworth, and so on and so forth. Bengals fans know what they're doing. And I think they've done better than any other team right now. Absolutely. I wish other fan bases like the Falcons or the Packers or other ones really advocated for this. I think the timing is right. I think them being in the Super Bowl really also helps for them able to get their push out. I think everything lined up perfectly for them, and they're taking full advantage of it. And if they are able to do this, that will be very, very, very big for them. And I will be so happy for everyone involved because Riley was an incredible man. His son is a great person. The Bengals fans that dedicated the last several years to get this man inducted into Hall of Fame is also fantastic. And it should absolutely be congratulated when it does happen, and they will be the ones responsible. I will actually say that they're the most responsible, even more than a Jeff Hobson or other people in the room, because one can make a large argument that for all the times, all the years that the Bengals have had a chance, they've only had one person that was inducted that has his career predominantly with the Bengals. Yeah, we've had people like Paul Brown and Dick LeBeau and other people that have had short times with Bengals, but never their entire career, or at least a large portion of their career outside of Anthony Munoz. Putting Ken Riley in will finally fix that mistake, and hopefully there should be more to come. Because the Bengals fans are doing what I wish other fan bases do in terms of advocating for players and other individuals that they think are deserving. Raiders fans have also done that. I'm happy the Bengals fans are doing it too. And, like it or not, that's how it is. And don't worry, it's not like Anderson or Parrish or whatnot are not going to make it. They're going to push for them right afterwards. So I wouldn't get too hung up on it because I think the Bengals fans are going about this the right way. I genuinely do. Could this be like a someone that hurts the process? One could say that because he doesn't have any Pro Bowls, but to me, I think that really changes and how there's many ways that one could view a Hall of Famer. I think it also depends on who's in the room as well. So I wouldn't really get too angry over it. Use that as motivation for push for who you want. If you think someone else is better, use it to say, hey, if this guy's in and he has somewhat lesser stats, why not this person as well? I mean, it makes sense. That way, you're not putting down someone who's already in and you're pushing for who you want. That way, you don't push a false dichotomy and everyone's happy at the end. That's how it's going to be. And, in a way, you could argue that Riley making it could actually make people want to see Parrish more, especially if, he is superior. Because, hey, if Riley's in, if he has lesser stats, why not push for, Parrish as well? That's how I see it. But that's just my thoughts on the matter. Like I said, Ken Riley absolutely deserves to be a Hall of Famer. I don't know if he's one of the top three that I would choose in particular, but I think he absolutely is Hall of Fame worthy. And one thing is certain, if he does make it, whether it's this year or next year, I will thank Bengals fans for making this possible because you have done something that no one else could ever dream of. And it would be the Bengals, a team whose fan base has been meshed apart by media types and whatnot for several years or calling your organization bad. The fact that you guys have been able to make this happen would be truly a storybook way. And I'm sure his family couldn't thank you enough. But anyway, guys, that's just my thoughts on the matter. What do you guys think below? Do you think I have a good point? Do you think I'm clueless on the matter? I don't really care. But let me know in the comments. Subscribe to Zank62 if you haven't already. Make sure to hit the like button on this videos, be notified for more videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.